was some more about a buy a platform, so much of the more as well as my page. Now for me, I don't mind some Apple Johnson on side everything I can. Mediani Siki, and now we look at tenant for Atias and because rent control for Eddie is self rubber. It was a landlord for and even tenant for no a comply by. Now, a man a better point to be a mra, no worry dada, a BC for a friend a rent control for a better bounty. The big can hear so much as say from the 1st of April 2026, and as I am now way, if you assess a baby juma, say I was a landlord piano, a money tenant a card. Sa card in the bear all the records and contain the details of tenant awodi ufi and awodi will shop amanono. The tosumino omuchem say don't be renting a dime emma tenant for more than 6 months. You need to be a renting a dime more than 6 months emma tenant no. Etiamra na so if you rap piano or renting dime mobia wona was a way maintenance e wo dem wo emma tenant or better than anymore. And now so e bi so bias a good will about just and also a criminal. Maybe so no renting dime mobia let's say baby any pan ebeda. One landlord no so chia 8% emma buying. Say baby how rent a juma and a space I would rent depend the juma. I was so chia 50% emma buying. It was your main come masamuwa. Jebra penny Frederick Opoku how ye juma rent control. According komo e was sumpa. Moment how I didn't come with you share so as if I.
It is the making say rent control. You regulate how landlord benye na sunji e woni fie because you know what obi esi ni fie. Into investment you be doing through fie no. What did the kind of tia ultimate tia?
Yeah.
Aden. Tia ultimate tia me ya me tipa me. And so what? According to the rent law under section 5, subsection 5, or say if you be any akwanya e wo Ghana ha say wo did that rent advance exceeding 6 months.
6 months.
It is criminal. It is illegal. It cannot be countenanced in law.
Not even 1 year. 6 months.
It is criminal. Obia what did that have 1 year, 1.5 years, a criminal act. You stand to be imprisoned if you want to enforce this law. And maybe can you find that high? But maybe man to shape your one for high, would you high? What I say? Was him.
Yeah.
I will say, you can say renter. Few before I said about 2 diamono.
Yeah.
You can say men to move. But say the beya, pere ye. And then punto be patima mu fabra bomu. When I want high down on mine mono, almost so nipa.
Yeah.
It is a woody sika. Who have responsibility to do some maintenance and do certain things. Look, me bima. I'm a modi who didn't quite there. Do you know, say, Obiesi done 20 years on toast cemented? 15 years on painted.
Yeah.
12 years, on your shoe with your and then you to cement him. I was saying, cement him once, intimate too. How can we be so callous and wicked to our neighbors? Why? You hear better transfer them here to correction. The same evil money now, no. It's evil. It's devilish. Be as it mean, no, almost on bay. Would you say, what would you be not so high, Diana? Quantabisa. A residential property now the highest on Kodawa. And so 8% my buy.
Oh, sir.
It
will
be imprisonment in Ombako. If they really think, say, a man or moon commodia, Ebia yen tatim man or my freezer man yet more cruma. Say, would the dying hand will cruma? Now, say, would my commercial reasons are, which have 50% tax.
Okay.
And the imaginary. Now, by the year, Umutriana. Now, to particular say, almost say, if it be goodwill, right?
Yeah.
Those people now, Moji goodwill, their days are numbered. Trust me. It is a criminal act to take goodwill. Now, the NEJ can say, I'm not going to be a rent commissioner and armchair rent commissioner acting. Abraham Mete Accra, na me say, obey can to be enforced on 1st of April. April 1.
Okay. I
myself will go to the streets and move to the commercial properties with my team at rent control to begin before I rent a inaba. Before I rent a inaba. Abba. After April 1, when your landlord that may say issue card we be no.
Okay.
Rent control will start coming. You will set 1 day off every week. Rent control across the country will move to your homes. Now, what betides you? I will issue card way. 2, over rent control, na say busa na say want to man prove so would be a tenant, you should be sacked.
Okay. You should be sacked.
Sacked from
the tenant.
Landlord.
Landlord.
Because you are supposed to own house at the tenant.
Okay.
It's very important in the law. Because what is the problem?
Yeah.
It will be so due one here. Because I'm question mentioned more than 6 months. Also, what more than 6 months? What are they? When you say what 1 year, what 2 years, me boy. It I now 2 years, now 1 year because you were. This is enough evidence for us. 5 hours yet. It is a uber and now to be finished after 7 days. Woman, we are. Would you be a patch of Maunamo? Maunamo too. Upaswa challenging here. It's about you and the government, you and the law. But me patch was a seminary chewa. Uber ye miserable baby of you be out. Some I'm not sure Uber so sad. But that arrogance, and I'm in a messy me dying, and I won't mean Chem de Bay, Mobada Bonte, Mamona Bonte. We are tired with that threat. Also, no did he? Unfanche will be a. So, this is one of it.
Okay.
So, these are the reforms. 1, if it be mandatory registration of rent.
Rent control,
first of all, Rent Act, let me say, Emraminu and Yedi Juma Rent Control. The Rent Act 220, it came into being by Kwame Nkrumah Pencil 1963. Section 2 and the man president to me say or use article 1951 to appoint the commissioner. And this is the first time, let me say, take this advantage opportunity once again. I mean, Ghana for 1 or higher than 1 hour or did then say Mumayenda, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana. And you all know I want to be here. I am carrying the mission and the vision of the president, who, as part of his certain agenda, he want to see, say, there's peace at home. As a rent commissioner and as rent officer, 1, you make sure, say, you be regulating the increment, how people ceiling, how to increase your rents and not to. It's one of them.
Okay.
Now, you be making sure, say, you for Kotipaso, NTT, be a tenants. Emanim pie. Sanso na tenant so wuntimi nya ade bia e betete landlord man so na so ayehye. So there must be a mediator, somebody in the middle, to make sure say obe deal with the interrelationship between the landlord and tenant. Obi nti obi na so obi so nka obi. Okeli na boma. Ours is to make sure say rent laws emre bo dan han ho no e ye adwuma o man mu. Eyemra. That is yewo at 220. Okay. 1963.
Yeah.
And you what? PND's law 138. 1986.
So say na emra.
Emra
more than 50 years.
Exactly. 63 years and maybe 50 years. Yes. As you say, me say emra ne. If today, as part of year conobeti, some of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to deploy the task force and the yellow to move. I'm not going to be a commissioner, armchair commissioner, to sit here and be taking reports. But I want to see the law enforced. Me make sure say emra here juma. Enya ma ho so. And I mean, idea be outside the law. Not to say, and I'll buy no chair the officer. What the law asked me to do, na me. When you say no, maybe be or high, na use to no. I'm not the whole clear, but yeah, a juma.
Okay.
But you can never be in a country, and ran ye juma. Bia, Ubisi Daya, was a min amateur me blog, and I might must see me dent in own per two. In any case, also should no public to my no. So, all right, at least, Obi me for sale.
Yeah.
If there's a shortage, let us die. So the Utikasana, Mina Massimi Dana Matome Blog, it won't just for 1 year. What's wrong with that? Take it. But if not that, you were Dimranoso. And I say, Udihaya Dimranoso. I mean, Yabima, won't me enter can't go to Trotro station in the bois. Now, won't share how much I want to determine for a GPL2 station. Can you do that? I didn't tell you go to now the also see me that on my blog. Only one talk. So this kind of indiscipline must stop, because Ghana law is like it's not working. It will be a feast for the Western world. My sister, my brother. What happens? The systems work. You don't even know the landlord.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring that system here, whereby rent control will open a vacancy. Okay, a vacancy. In the law, let me be very frank with you. In the law, Rent Act, was the rent control should serve as agents. We have to open a book like vacancy, so that we a landlord now say, oh, Danya Fabra, tenant to pay Biabraho. Yes, and I'm going to digitize that one to make sure say people can now advertise and bring their property. Now, obey agreement, and we are in the middle. Give it to your car, file down and bring into your car. Don't be involved in anything. It's a simple thing.
To move.
Yes.
Say, me must be free.
Yes.
Number 7 my rent.
Ubaba rent control. No danya. Me wo danya edawa. Me pese me demand
rent.
So the woman agent, you know.
Okay.
Fabra national body rent control.
Na mo rent control for Triamica.
Ya bi. Oye tu akase. Ye dia. Na say be ye be to abonten. Say o pe dan e wa chi mota. O pe dan wo dan so manya. Bra rent control. The law no clear. Open a vacant na landlord from na tenant meji. It's the law.
Okay, nti me ye fear.
Yes.
And I me wo e be apartment and person the rent. E new and I say be a old na my renovation.
Yes.
The person me the rent.
It must be tenantable.
Okay. Yeah, the higher ye.
Nipa tinuma we have to be. And yet dan bia kalemu dan bia na the beto so.
Okay, nti say me the ba mo honom na ma be ka hye mo say person mo de dan we rent mamia. Mo be ba be hwese toilet wom. Adware wom. Ensuo ofie ho. And I did
if it be assessment.
Okay.
One of a Juma rent control and say.
Okay.
I was say none say landlord be any to me organ as on one fee a set on one ska.
Okay.
The place must first of all be assessed. Okay. First, what is the base of the assessment? You know, a didn't know would now say what told them. And I say one. These are the 5 areas. What's the one? Make sure say A B and now your maintenance be. Na A B a one could dim. Intina improve to aba tenant na brabo.
Yeah.
Internet sefata based on the calculations, you know, see increase. Inflation. Say bia we also no na odidi. Afia. I was say you heard the inflation rate, you know. You say e bia 5% inflation. E be affect landlord, you know. It was the 5% di ka ho a e reasonable. 3. Area na ade ne wo no. E feel wo no. E dey na dey see down no. The type of home na and I say a dana person or the high no. It should be something who say you want a standard be. And now baby I want this one your lifestyle be if you person East Legon. You can't compare East Legon to Choco. One bedroom of East Legon to Choco. Why is it different? The same meters, but it cannot be same. And 2, yeah, you see down what kind of materials, the quality of the materials all has a reason. But what you can say you are too cement my bra for the past 10 years.
Renovation,
how can you increase your property? Paint it down for the past 30 years, and you tell me 7 must be dying, and we look at you to do that in this country? No.
Okay, and back to my question. I'm saying, Busano. And me feel and say, person me down the rent here. Me fanku who agent be. Emma agent on for no ne bien to so.
Under normal circumstance. Fabra rent control. Now we are by us and now we have getting. I'm talking to my internal ITs to make sure say your platform what I say very soon will be you be publish it.
Okay.
Do you know how? First send that picture bra na omo share how it is because you ain't fire who enko hand danya utra ma emwa.
Okay.
Eti no yes we ni mumra no. Eti be so normal we and now let me be very frank. We introduce you the standardized tenancy agreement.
Okay.
First time in Ghana.
Okay.
We didn't even film contract we say tenancy agreement we are. A lot of the confusion of here and my brother has to do with the fact to say JB we good. JB is that because of a downward quite training, you know, we'll be training them. No, why you be puntain opa because then no, that is not order. But we are going to have a standardized tenancy agreement. By April, I want to have the next first rent conference.
Next 2 months.
Yes, 2 months, 3 April. Yes, God willing, to get a
first rent
conference in Ghana, whereby a landlord, agent, property owners will be able we give them lectures. The next day, we are going to adopt our tenancy agreement, standard tenancy agreement, and we'll be a table. We'll be at the Nadriamba. I'm not going to hang anything on anybody's neck. I should be open. Make sure that the players are okay with it. You know, say we situate the law and the agreement. This is what the agreement says, and this is the law. But we not allow you to use your business and your comfortability, to cause confusion in the system. It yem believe bibia say you was standardized tenancy agreement ara be say okon be yin na yemra demo na obi a make input na yem fa koma lawyers me boa na yen hwe say e bia attorney general can even advise us say we a legal document into what it entails. By that time all the players have made an input. Now yes, we are pushing their call. And I'm hoping say by the close of the year, we should have a standardized tenancy agreement for this country. Obey agreement to be an won't be in court. Now for people and we must fall in line. But so do you know, it may be the conflict.
I see.
Misunderstanding so systems, any processes, never say that rent control can be a modern rent controller, what administrative powers are, will be any budget. Landlord will be happy.
It is so, okay.
Yes, my main follow-up. So, the public and the private sector combined.
Yes.
That is where your jurisdiction for. In fact, I buy almost they are renting.
Let me verify. The law says, are there buying fee, public houses, rent control any jurisdiction on it?
Baby, buying fee.
For example, Abia, quarters. Or the employee you don't regulate over there.
You don't regulate. But baby to say as a Korean affordable housing.
Oh, say yes, if the government decides say or the amount rent.
Okay.
You can be able to do assessment.
Okay.
Because the only angle a rent control assessment to determine how much you should even charge.
Yeah.
Say Abia, Ghana Police Service behind a down baby. Rent control should even be part of the assessment. Because about a rent, if you're more than the restriction to look at it before I'm going to say we price we never and I am and so forth and so on.
Okay, me fan say abaya sisi sa nani na ewie no, that is a case study Korean affordable housing.
Yes.
They say the rent to a large extent. I'm even told to say bidumokra eton who cannot person to be and what some part of it now just say ababeyo there for life. Those ones need now no the state owned property, and so you have your jurisdiction as part of it.
As of now, I don't have enough information about the Sokromampon.
Okay.
And I don't want to play like I know more.
Okay.
Where I don't have an idea about, I don't talk about it.
Okay.
So as Sokromampon and all the co-ministers of government, let's stay put. Then move on to other parts so that I can talk to what I have jurisdiction over, which I'm sure say way there is open to me.
But I buy war as at now, over offices, what we say I buy war and I then be a model rent and the various institutions are more renting it out and that's what sir.
I'm still learning. I'm still identifying. Maybe I'll get to know, but I'm not too sure as of now. But I need to do more finding about it and see say now.
The last time why for Public Accounts Committee as part of more questions no rent be those outrageous renting as as part of then are you going to regulate it?
They say anything about rents. If why I could rent it down with private man private and the public, we regulate it.
Okay.
You see, if in government entity, echo high dine, say police from Kodia, a government and private, it's within hostels, and all. OSHA, tourism authority, right? A more jurisdiction on hostel management, right? But Kobasa, how much you charge and Namu Setia, I have asked that we intervene your jurisdiction over there. Because students don't know. They will charge you no. Which mean for hostel and semester. No what charge the pay say a hostel. And nobody we will agree to that. As part of the reforms, we will look into all that.
There is some information as a good news to many, and also to add the a bad news because of a maradia bar. Yane bu binimu electoral suna we bin ebusia say when it is information we want drop a comment on the comment section mame nemu ha was 5 years na fidi bi mu a subscribe page ni mi adamanasma me say na me upload bia suna on sa ebetumi aka makra